Hey, welcome back to my yard. Not a whole lot to do today, but we do have some pruning that we got to do. You can see by my maple tree right here, it's kind of run rogue just a little bit, and it's trying to be tall and round, and we're going to do everything we can do to try to make it short and round. So I'm just going to take a couple of branches off, and what I want to show you on here, I'll use this branch for an example. When you're pruning this thing, you want to prune it where these two branches come out at the lowest possible point in there. And you can do it up here, up here, up here, but we're going to try and do the lowest point just to keep the height down on this thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my kit here, and I'm going to use these pruners that are concave like that. When you cut in there, it's going to make a nice round cut, and you're not going to have that little tiny nub on there of dead material. So what I'm going to do first is on this branch, go to the lowest pair of branches I got on there, and just reach right in there, oop, and take it out just like that. So that kind of balances that side out. Let's rotate it around. We're going to take this branch off at the lowest point that we can get to. Take that one off. And I'll look it over again, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be these two right here will be the last ones. There. And reach in there. And there. See, and you can see the difference. It looks like it's a little bit more balanced in there, and all that's going to do is it's going to encourage more branches to come up through some of the other places in there, and maybe we're going to get the look we got. Now this thing's been doing really good. I don't know if you can see in the bottom in there, still got all our exposed roots. You know, when I was looking at this just a second ago, this tree, you can see the discoloration right here. It started off with just this much of this tree out of the ground. And with all the excavating I've done for the past 5 years now, we've got all the way to here, and I'm probably going to go a little bit more than that even. But, wait a minute, I think, oh yeah, one more branch. Let's take this one off right here. There we go. I'm happy with that. This tree's coming along really nice. I'm really happy with it. Next, on one of the other posts that I put out there, I put that Easter egg on the bush out in front of the house, and there's going to be another way to start a tree. So let's go out to the front. It's time, I think. We're going to cut that thing off of there and see how that thing's doing. Okay, you can see that this has grown since we put the Easter egg on here, because everything is way down inside of here. See, it doesn't look too happy in there, so it's no matter what, it's time for this thing to go. So let me see if I can find that in here. Okay, there it is. Now hopefully we got some roots in there. So let's go in the back, take it apart, and put it in the pot. Okay, so let's see what happened inside of here. I'm really curious to see what happened in there. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. What we want to find, if there are any in there. See if there's any roots on this thing, and no. No roots. So this thing, we just chalk that up as a fail. It doesn't look like there's anything going on in there. Nothing. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to stick it in a pot anyway, because I've had good luck with these in the past. So I came prepared with that. Got one of those. I'm going to go put that potting soil in there too. Yeah, I don't know if it was too wet or not, but it just No luck on there. But anyway, this is all we're going to do with this thing. I happen to have a pot with some dirt in it right here. Still got some green on it. We're just going to take it and stick it right to the bottom. Going to give it some water. And we're just going to keep an eye on it, man. I still got hope because there is some new growth here. So let's just see what happens. Okay, so let's take this. I'm going to put it in the garden with you. And that's going to be its home for a while. But I did want to show you this. While I was at work, I had an area where I put all those acorns where I got the other acorn tree. I happened to look there, and lo and behold, there was another acorn that sprouted in there. And I did find out one thing where I tried to dig these up before and then replant them and find out why that was so hard. Because this little acorn tree right here, this oak tree, when I dug it up, the root was about this long. And I had to dig down a long way to get it and try not to damage it. And that must have been with the troubles I've had in the past with trying to transplant these things. If you get them when they're this big, the root's that big, and you got to be really careful if you're digging them out, or really patient. So anyway, I put this one in a pot, and so I have two. Let's see what happens with this one. Hopefully this one's going to stay going. I do also have another one. I didn't show this the last time. That whole method of taking a branch and just sticking it in the ground, or a little twig. Here's another one. This is going to be kind of unique. This is a dogwood. It's actually a weeping dogwood that I had in the front. And by God, it grew. So really happy about that. And this one, if everything works out, that's going to be a real nice looking tree. And that's pretty much what I got. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.